Yeah, hi there. This is tuxoha.com again. Welcome on my video channel. Today I want to talk about NVMe enclosure and especially about the UGreen enclosure, which supports USB4 or Thunderbolt. And that is pretty interesting. But first we take a look what's all in the box. Okay, starting to unpack the UGreen enclosure. Here we got additional equipment. It's pretty heavy, like the USB-C cables for connecting the drive. Why is it so difficult to unpack? They're pretty short. And here you got the same in USB-A. And there you got the thermal paste. And here's the enclosure itself. That's pretty neat, as you can see here, with a rubber enclosure for shock protection, I guess. As you could see, that is pretty complete, and even the drive supports all sizes of NVMe drive, from the smallest one, the 2230, up to the, I think the most common one, that's 2280 size of the NVMe drive. So I stole, let's stole out from another NVMe enclosure the NVMe drive and assembled it here in the enclosure. And here you can see the complete thing. That's pretty neat, and it's a little bit bigger than the other ones, regular enclosures. That might be caused because here you can see those holes here, and as you could see in assembling, there's a little van inside this enclosure, so this enclosure is actively cooled. One criticism I have is the length of the cable here to connect it to your PC or Macintosh. For Macintosh it's okay, but if you want to connect it to a PC, it might be a little bit too short. But the enclosure is downward compatible to USB Gen 2, Gen 3.2, Gen 1, and so on. So I connected it to a regular USB-C connector on my Windows PC. And here I got the regular usual around 1000 megabyte per second transfer rate, read and write, which is normal value for NVMe enclosures in that case. My mainboard from MSI also has a USB-C connector on the mainboard on the backside, which delivers 20 gigabit per second, and I connected it to that connector, and here we got more than 2000 megabyte per second, which is pretty awesome. And the best way is to connect it to a Macintosh, either Macintosh PC or a Macintosh laptop. And I connected it to my MacBook Pro, even though this supplies Thunderbolt 5 connectors, but I think as an amateur you won't need that speed. USB 4 or Thunderbolt is pretty okay in that case. And connecting it to the MacBook Pro results in speeds up to 3,500 megabytes per second, which is pretty awesome. There was one interesting result. I show you here a screenshot from the first test I did, and then the NVMe drive at that time was formatted in extended FAT, because before that I used this NVMe drive both with Macintosh and Windows 11 PC, and then I formatted this NVMe drive with the disk utility in the APFS file system, and you can see here what I got here as a result for read and write speeds measured with the Vinci Resolve speed meter. There were some criticism on the comments on Amazon, because some did turn out or point out that the enclosure gets too hot. Okay, it's if you're copying files to or from this device and you touch it, it's very warm. You could even describe it as hot. But what you can do on the Macintosh, you install the smart utils, which you can install via Homebrew. Then you can read out the sensors inside the drive, and then you get 58, 59 degrees for the enclosure, which is in the green area. It's pretty okay. So that is okay too. Maybe that is due to the active cooling and the whole construction of the NVMe enclosure. But what I forgot is that this is enclosure. I put it on my wish list on Amazon, but the whole time it would cost around 90 euros. And now you get it for 74 euros, which is a pretty good price. Maybe it's caused by the fact that UGreen published Thunderbolt 5 enclosure. So maybe they're selling those Thunderbolt 4 enclosures a little bit cheaper. So far I did store my Lightroom catalog for the Macintosh on this one, also the previews, and I set up my DaVinci Resolve video editor, so all the caches I need are on this drive, so I have a pretty fast drive and doesn't bother the internal drive on the MacBook Pro. Okay, that was my little review on the UGreen 40 gigabit USB-C enclosure. And if you have any questions to this, you might place them in the comments of this video or in the comment section of the corresponding blog post. And if this video was a little bit helpful, you might think about placing a like on the video, and you help the channel more likely if you subscribe my channel. But then don't forget to hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Okay, that was my review on the UGreen USB-C enclosure, or NVMe enclosure, I should say. And all I have to say is, till the next time, ciao, tux auch.